guys, are you guys ready for a story? It's called Where the Wild Things Are. Where do you think the wild things are? Where could they be? Well, let's find out. The story and pictures are by Maurice Sendak. Pretty cool. Let's get started. Okay. Follow me. Are you guys ready? Okay. Here we go. Where the wild things are. Are those the wild things? Who knows? The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. What's he doing? And another chasing a dog. His mother called him Wild Thing. And Max said, I'll eat you up. So he was sent to bed without eating anything. He looks very, very angry, doesn't he? Angry. I'd be angry too if I don't get to eat my dinner. I want my dinner. I don't want to go to bed. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. Whoa, how cool is that? And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day, in and out of weeks, and almost a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars. They gnashed their terrible teeth, rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Can you guys do it with me? Can you try? Who can try? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Roared their terrible roars. Gnashed their terrible teeth. Rolled their terrible eyes. And showed their terrible claws. Good job, you guys. Let's continue. Very good. Good job. Until Max said, Be still, and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. Oh boy. And made him the king of all wild things. There's his crown. They're bowing to him. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. Boom, 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 boom. Now stop, Max said. And sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then, all around, from far away, across the world, he smelt good things to eat. So, he gave up being king of where the wild things are. Why? Why? What does he want? Where does he want to go? Where does he want to go now? Where does he want to go? But the wild things cry, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No. The wild things," you guys can say this with me, "roar their terrible roars. Gnash their terrible teeth. Rolled their terrible eyes. And showed their terrible claws." But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye and sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and throughout a day and into the night of his very own room where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. All right, you guys, that's the end of the story. Have a good, awesome night. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Or if you're looking and reading the story in the day, have an awesome day. Bye-bye.